Now on CoastTV News.
Unusually mild conditions this morning with temperatures in the 60s with a warm wind. Plus, we've got rain moving across the area. It's in the forecast all day. Grab the umbrella. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up.
Safety scare, the weapons found on a student that led to a Wednesday arrest at Indian River High School.
Airport ambitions. We look at some of the plans that have already had preliminary approval at the Delaware Coastal Airport in Georgetown.
Beach funds fading, the money issue DENREC is facing for beach projects, and the potential effect on businesses in our coastal communities.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Thursday, January 25th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, and Paige, all of a sudden, it feels like spring. Next week is Groundhog's Day, and maybe, just maybe, an early end to winter, asking for a friend.
Is it really already Groundhog Day?
Next week.
Oh my gosh, time flies.
I know.
That's amazing. That's how I actually woke up this morning. My Alexa woke me up with Christmas music, of course.
Of course.
And I was like, how cold is it outside? And she said 60. And I think I went, oh, okay, ready for work. It's just easier to get out of bed when it's warm. Let's bring in first alert meteorologist Bob Trahy now. Bob, did you have the same reaction? Oh, I'm ready for work. It's warm outside.
Good morning, guys. And Matt, I hate to be that guy, but regardless of what the groundhog says, there's still 6 weeks of winter after February 2nd. So, well, that's there you have it. But it does not feel like winter this morning. We are in the lower 60s everywhere. I couldn't believe it. I woke up and it said 60 on my weather station. Had to hit it a couple of times. 62 in Millsboro and Georgetown, 62 in Seaford, 60 in Bethany Beach, Lewis at 63. Unbelievable. But with the warmth comes some showers. We've got showers now moving in around Seaford, Georgetown, and Millsboro. A few showers into Maryland and the eastern shore of Maryland. Also seeing those showers as well. So you need the umbrella and the light water repellent jacket today, and it's breezy. Southwesterly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting over 20 miles per hour at times. And as we go through time, we stay in the 60s all day. We're in and out of the rain during the course of the afternoon, and some of that will be heavy into the afternoon hours. So keep that in mind for your plans as we have the rain and mild conditions. One more day of that, and then a big cool down for the weekend. I'll have all the forecast details coming up.
Thanks, Bob. And this morning, students and staff are preparing for another day at Indian River High School. This after a tense situation on Wednesday. It's when a student there was arrested after bringing knives to the school.
Delaware State Police say the school staff found a vape pen with suspected THC, and they also found 2 folding knives in an 18-year-old backpack. Troopers
say no one was hurt. No threats were made. The student turned himself in and was charged with possession of a weapon in a school zone and carrying a concealed deadly weapon. They're both felony charges, as well as possession of marijuana.
Now, according to state police, the student was released after posting $2,000 secured bond. However, he was issued a no-contact order with the Indian River School District. Well, the winds of change, they're blowing at the Delaware Coastal Airport. This comes after a committee approved a master plan that would bring a lot of changes to that airport. The airport's looking to expand its runway from 5,500 feet to 6,123 feet, exactly. Now, additionally, the airport looking to open more hangars for more planes. One pilot that we spoke with said he's hoping these changes get off the ground.
I hope they continue to expand it. I hope they get the long runways, and I hope they get the other things that we want over there too. It's a great airport. We love it.
And according to the airport manager, even though the FAA has granted preliminary approval of this plan, there are still more steps to take and more approvals to get before any ground can be broken.
Developing news out of Milton, where millions of dollars are on the ballot of a referendum to make improvements to the town's water system. Now, voters will decide if the town can borrow money from the state of Delaware. This is for water main replacements, a water tower, and water treatment facility upgrades. Property owners can vote on Saturday, January 27th at the Milton Fire Department. Polls are open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Absentee ballots are due by the time the polls close.
Happening today, coastal resilience in the spotlight for Bethany Beach. Today, the Storm Water Committee and UD will have a blue economy presentation that highlights climate change and sea level rise on our coast. This meeting takes place at Town Hall at 2 p.m.
Also happening today, Delaware Governor John Carney set to share his plans for Delaware's money in 2025. State budget announcement is set for 1 p.m. in Dover at the Delaware Public Archives. Carney, along with top budget experts, will outline how the state plans to spend its funds next year, and you can watch the presentation live online.
New this morning, possible action on a replica pavilion built at Johnny Walker Beach in Lewis. The beach subcommittee will meet today to discuss the proposed structure. Now, according to that agenda, the subcommittee will review a ground survey and the application to DENREC. If it's built, the new pavilion could include inside benches and picnic tables. It would be built at the edge of the beach, close to the parking lot, so cars would have easy access.
Happening this morning, it's Lewis's turn to take up the community benefits agreement with U.S. Wind. The Lewis mayor and city council will continue that discussion at a workshop. Now, U.S. Wind is offering to pay Lewis $2 million spread out over 20 years. It's for the use of land to connect its proposed wind farm to the power grid. According to city officials, a date for a public hearing on this agreement that could be finalized today.
This morning, Delaware State Police will continue to gather information on a crash in Lewis that happened on Janus Road and Route 1. You can see that area on your screen right now. A car rolled over, traffic completely backed up as emergency crews tended to that scene. Now, a witness there did talk to CoastTV, and he says he saw a car pull out in front of another car on Coastal Highway, causing that crash. Police say they are still investigating the cause of this accident.
Got a developing situation on beach nourishment in Delaware, and it could have an impact on businesses and coastal communities. DENREC is claiming, due to rising costs and demands for these projects, their money could run out by 2025, and some businesses see a correlation between nourishment issues and their bottom line.
They walk in bathing suits, sometimes covered in sand. Yes, during the day. In the evening, they go out to dinner or they're strolling the boardwalk and they stop in. Yes, it's the beach is the pull.
And DENREC says it's starting a study to look at how benefits are distributed and to develop cost-share ratios.
So who exactly pays for beach nourishment? That money comes from the state accommodations tax. That's a tax put on all hotel, motel, and Airbnb stays in Delaware. DENREC receives 1/8 of the 8% tax. It's specifically for shoreline and waterway management. Some nourishment projects receive federal funding, and in some coastal towns, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and DENREC share the cost of beach nourishment.
Presidential race appears headed for a rematch now that the New Hampshire primary is over, but the last two candidates for the Republican nomination, well, they're still talking about each other, Paige.
Of course they are. Amy Kiley shows us the current battle between candidates as they set their sights now on South Carolina.
Most Americans do not want a rematch between Biden and Trump.
Advisors for President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump say it's time to focus on the general election. But Trump is still talking about his rival for the Republican nomination.
Who the hell was the imposter that went up on the stage before and claimed a victory?
Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is still talking to voters too. She's focusing on her home state. It's not the next place to hold a GOP primary, but it has 50 delegates. Haley is behind by 15 and could use a hometown win.
It's her track record as the governor here, and then what she did on the United Nations.
But polls indicate she's struggling to get support.
Donald Trump, 200%.
I will be voting for Donald Trump.
Meanwhile, Biden is pivoting to the general election.
The middle class built America, and unions built the middle class.
Picking up a key endorsement from the United Auto Workers Union yesterday.
Democrats are going to come out and they're going to vote the right way. I mean, at the end of the day, working class people know what's good for them.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
All right, well, we're just getting started this morning on CoastTV News Today.
Coming up, Fenwick finally getting a dredging date. We'll tell you about when that long-awaited project is set to start.
Also ahead, proposed pet ban at the Lewis Farmers Market, disappointing some local pet owners. We're telling you what one dog owner is saying about this possible ban.
And there could be changes for public transportation. What DART customers need to know about the routes they use. All that and more as CoastTV News Today continues.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today.
Every day,
We are adding to the star power in our studio.
the biggest names, only on Today.
Fourth coming in this early, right? Stick around, y'all. These guys are going to be back.
We work here now.
Legit legend right here in Studio 1A.
We got Olivia Rodrigo.
We're just getting started, folks.
This is Scarlett. She would like to direct the show. Can we go to commercial break now?
Everything and everyone you're talking about, only on Today.
The snowpack all but gone across the area thanks to that mild weather. Bay Health camera 62 in Dover. All you see is just the bare ground right now. We've got some rain falling on that bare ground around Georgetown, Lewis, Indian Beach, and Millsboro. Grab the umbrella out the door around Ocean Pines and Willard. You're seeing the showers and also scattered showers around Cambridge, back through Easton as well. And look at these temperatures, 62 in Georgetown and Millsboro, 58 Indian River Inlet. Pretty incredible. Here's your drivecast. So the snow's gone. The roads, well, they could be a little slick because they'll be wet, rainy, and mild. They gave it the yellow light for the morning commute. And for the afternoon commute, still kind of rainy and mild, and temperatures in the mid-60s.
The Delaware State Fire Marshal's office wants to remind everyone that winter, it's also fire season. And here are a few tips to keep in mind. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet from a heated source. We're talking fireplaces, wood stoves, radiators, or space heaters. Only one heating appliance should be plugged into any outlet at a time. And store cooled ashes in tightly covered metal containers. Also, never use your oven to heat your home.
The Delaware Transit Corporation hosting a series of public hearing workshops to discuss some potential changes to DART bus services statewide. There are plans to change some bus routes and schedules in Sussex County. Times are changing on routes 201, 215, and 212 for better connections. The 203 Orange Line will stop running because not enough people use it. But don't worry just yet. Routes 204 and 208 would cover that area instead. Also, the 204 Yellow Line will have more buses to the beach during the summer. But just remember, these are plans for right now. DART wants to hear what you think by February 9th.
In Ellendale, the town's Community Outreach Committee is seeking a responsible high school-age student to assist with its initiatives. According to the town, that student would be encouraged to share ideas and be a voice for his or her peers. Town says that the student selected would benefit from a boost on their college applications and future resumes thanks to this program.
Amazon's Ring will no longer let police and other government agencies request doorbell camera video directly from users from within the company's Neighbors app. Instead, authorities now seeking videos must submit a formal legal request to the company. Privacy advocates are hailing the move as a long-awaited victory for their civil liberties.
Chipotle gearing up for what is called burrito season. That is some exciting news.
Yeah.
The restaurant says its busiest time of the year is March through May, so to prepare for that, the company needs to hire about 19,000 people. Chipotle hopes to attract workers by offering a 4% 401k match for employees who make eligible student loan payments.
Still to come this morning, a proposed pet ban at the Lewis Farmers Market. We're telling you about actions last year that have led to this proposal from the market.
Now we're seeing some raindrops right now in our Irish Eyes, Cam and Lewis. 62 degrees, incredibly mild. We've got the balmy breezes bringing in all that warmth, and we will continue with the unusually warm weather right through the rest of the week, and rain accompanies the warmth as well. I'll have all of it on Futurecast coming up next. Stay tuned.
Your wallet is always in danger. Criminals can hack your information without you even knowing. Introducing Slim Mint, an ultra-thin RFID blocking wallet that keeps your cards and cash protected. Slim Mint uses the latest RFID blocking technology to prevent thieves from stealing your info. It's ergonomically designed to optimize space and keep your belongings organized. With the auto-locking Slim Mint, your cards and money stay securely in place. It has a built-in cash clip and a flexible outer band to fit your additional cards and cash. Call or click now and get Slim Mint for just $29.99. Order in the next 5 minutes and you'll get an instant $10 discount. So it's only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get Slim Mint at this low price. There's a strict limit of 3 Slim Mint wallets while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-613-4296. Call or visit slimmintwallet.com. So call 1-800-613-4296 now.
From inside Iran, from Israel, from Florida, from Lewiston, Maine. Part of our continued reporting. This is what a country at war looks like. Women, children. What is it like? Countless neighborhoods across the region that look just like this. Everybody good? It's the threat it took for all this damage to occur.
Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on CoastTV.
We're approaching 5:17 a.m. as we check out the live scene in Dover. Bob, first time in a while that I wore the windbreaker to work, and it was fine.
Unbelievable. What was it, 3-4 days ago? We had the heavy jacket, the mittens, gloves, hats, scarves, the whole deal. And now it's just like you just continue to kind of thin out the wardrobe as that mild weather moves in. And it's incredibly mild out there right now. Temperatures in the 60s. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. Get your phone in camera mode and download the Coast TV weather app. And when you get it, you'll see interactive radar. You'll see it light up because we've got some rain out there along with the warmer temperatures and some scattered showers. Nothing all that heavy, but around Georgetown, back through Millsboro, Lewis, Ocean View, you're seeing some showers back towards Sharptown and Seaford. Some of us not seeing the rain, so we'll be in and out of those showers pretty much all day. Ocean Pines, Fenwick Island, seeing some light rain and more of that light rain across the eastern shore right now, back through Easton and Hurlock and Vienna. So we'll be in and out of the rain as we go through the day. So we've got the mild weather, the rain, and the wind as well. And we've got this pipeline of moisture all the way down towards the Gulf Coast, and all this is heading our way as we go through the next several days as we remain in this very mild flow. 62 in Delmar, Salisbury, 63, 62 in Millsboro, so all you need is a light rain jacket. 60 Bethany Beach, Rehoboth at 61, and we've got these strong southwesterly winds tugging in that warm air, around 7 to 14 miles per hour, at times gusting over 20 miles per hour, so balmy breezes, and we've got the showers, and on Futurecast, they continue on and off. Here's mid-morning. We're still in the low 60s. I don't think temperatures rise all that much today, maybe a few more degrees into the mid 60s, but still very mild, even cooler 50s along the beaches. By 2:30, could see some heavier showers. So at times heavier showers, at times you won't see any rain at all. That rain continues into this evening, and temperatures extremely mild through the overnight, only into the mid to upper 50s by Friday morning. And then look at this, we're in the mid 60s, 6 a.m. Saturday, Friday, I should say. I'm skipping ahead ahead to the weekend. By 12:30 tomorrow, we're into the mid to upper 60s. Somebody, I think, is going to hit 70 degrees tomorrow, 69 in Georgetown. And then we're looking at the very mild conditions continuing on into Friday evening as we continue to see these gusty winds right through Thursday. They do start to slacken off a little bit on into Friday morning. We get a break Friday into early Saturday, and then another system moves in later Saturday on into Sunday, promising more rain and wind. This time, this one's a little colder, so we could see some wintry precip far to our west and north, but nothing here in Del Mar, but just rain and wind Sunday and maybe lingering into Monday. And before it's all said and done, maybe up to about 2 inches of rain. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, rainy and mild today and tomorrow, mid to upper 60s. Saturday, 55. Rain later in the day. Sunday, 49 with rain and much colder early next week. Rain, maybe a little bit of snow on Monday, 41. So much colder at that time. Our umbrella winner is Karen Gander from South Bethany. Congratulations, Karen, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Hey, don't forget, we have a brand new Facebook page for the latest in news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions each day. Just make sure to visit and follow our brand new page. You can do that by going to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC or just scan that QR code that's on your screen. You'll stay connected with us.
Well, today the historic Lewis Farmers Market is asking City Council to officially be able to ban dogs from the gathering. Now, according to locals, last year the market at the George H.P. Smith Park in Lewis started turning away visitors with dogs. We did reach out to the farmers market to ask why they wanted to impose this change. They responded with no comment. Some pet owners are saddened to hear that the market could put restrictions like this on the public area.
The dog is, well behaved to go out to the farmers market. There's something there for him as well as for the people that go with him.
And whether or not pups will be able to go into the Lewis Farmers Market, that'll be up for discussion. Potentially a vote today at 10 a.m. at Lewis City Hall. And this does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, should pets be allowed at the markets?
Wow, I'm actually surprised by this, considering just how normally pet-friendly our area is. 57% of you say no, they should not be allowed at markets. 39% of you say yes. As you just saw, we're getting some votes in right now. 4% of you say depends on the pet. All right.
I can see that one too, Paige.
I can as well. Okay, well, hey, don't forget to vote on CoastTV.com or our mobile app.
Moving on, DNREC is set to hold a virtual public hearing on January 30th. This is to discuss proposed changes to the striped bass commercial fishing regulations. These amendments aim to adjust the spring anchor gillnet season, aligning it more closely with the availability and market demand for striped bass. Public is encouraged to view the proposed amendments online and then participate in the hearing. Comments are open for this until February 14th.
Coming up on Coast TV News today, boaters in Fenwick Island finally getting more information on what they can expect dredging this Little Wasserwoman Bay. We'll tell you about this project coming up after the break.
At Coast Country, we're more than just music. We're a part of Delmarva's heart. Every month, Coast Country Cares, together with Spicer Brothers, steps up to serve our community. We're here helping local organizations and supporting our neighbors all year round. Join us in making a difference. Stay tuned to learn where we'll be next or visit coastcountry.com to see how you can be a part of our mission. Coast Country Cares, brought to you by Spicer Brothers, because we are Delmarva proud.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
Don't miss the 41st Annual Seaside Boat Show, February 16th through the 18th at the Ocean City Convention Center, the show that works for kids. Sponsored by the Ocean City Berlin Optimist Club with over 300 boats and 140 vendors. See the new lines of boats and the latest in marine engines, electronics, and accessories. North Bay Marina is donating a Sweetwater pontoon boat with a Honda motor. So come on out to the #1 indoor boat show on the Eastern Shore, the Seaside Boat Show.
On the next Tamron Hall, are you ready? Lunel is back and she's going to Broadway, baby. The last time Lunel was on the show, we gave her the surprise of a lifetime. Now Lunel's dreams come true as she joins the cast of Chicago for her Broadway debut. And Tam Fam, she's taking us on the ride. Then Beverly Johnson celebrates the 50th anniversary of her history-making Vogue magazine cover with the debut of her one-woman play on the next Tamron Hall.
Thursday at 3 on Coast TV.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
Get the Coast TV First Alert weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app. Brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Sand continues to build underneath the Little Assawoman Bay, but there is good news coming to the surface. After initial fears of a permit hangup and subsequent delays, Fenwick Island's dredging committee announced the long-awaited project finally got the green light.
We received the state of Delaware permits from DENREC in early December, and then the Army Corps we just received last week, so on Friday. And so we are fully permitted and we've been approved to proceed forward.
And the plan is for the dredging to begin September 3rd. It could be finished December 31st at the latest.
Well, here's a heads up. Scammers are now spoofing the Delmarva Power phone number and impersonating the company. The Worcester County Sheriff's Office says beware of callers who threaten to turn off your power unless you pay them immediately. The agency says hang up on these callers and then call Delmarva Power at the number on your bill to verify it's them.
All right, here's the current Habitat for Humanity Restore in Berlin. Habitat Restores are nonprofit home improvement stores and donation centers that sell new and gently used items. Habitat for Humanity Worcester County announced the relocation of this store to a more accessible area. So take a look at this map. Here is where the new store will be located with the grand opening March 1st. The new address will be Manklin Creek Road. It's near the south gate of Ocean Pines. Habitat says that this store will have an increase of over 2,000 square feet. The current store in Berlin will close its doors coming up Saturday, February 17th.
And we bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Try. A little warmer on the beaches today, but maybe a little wetter, too.
A little wetter as well. And the beaches might actually be a little cooler than inland areas because the water temperature is in the 40s. So might have that summer-like effect along the coast. But it will be wet. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, 50s early on with the rain. More of that on and off rain today, upper 50s and lower 60s. And then farther up the coast, a wet ferry ride from Lewis to Cape May. We're in the 60s as we go through much of the day with on and off rain in Lewis. Rehoboth Beach, you're in the 50s early on and then into the 60s. So we had the very mild weather today. It continues into your Friday. A big cool down for the weekend and even colder as winter returns next week. I'll have all those details coming up in just a couple of minutes.
All right, Bob, thanks. Also coming up after the break, Coastal Resilience Conversations. We're telling you about the presentation happening today in Bethany Beach.
Also, airport master plan approval in Sussex County. We've got what's next for this project.
And a scary situation at the Indian River High School after a student was found with knives. We'll tell you what happened after the student was taken into custody. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865 or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives, coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. Order right now to get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. We'll even ship them to you free. Get your own NutriBlade knives, the last knives you'll ever buy.
Nothing wrong with a little excitement. 3 audience members had their eyeglasses cracked.
Thursday at 7 on Coast TV.
On Jeopardy! Champions Wildcard, expect the unexpected.
What's going on?
I did not expect that.
Oh, wow. You're hoping for Taylor Swift, Real Housewives, and anthropologists. That's a great Jeopardy! Dream board.
Thursday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
This is Coast TV News
January
Today.
25th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. What a great morning this morning. Yeah, hey, I'm
always
Paige
a great
Marley.
morning
Isn't it always?
when you're here.
Oh, but it's even better when it's 60 degrees.
It is. We're approaching, well, right now it's probably 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
on this Thursday morning, but can we loop back to yesterday?
Sure.
We had some sun, warm weather. It really did feel like spring.
I heard you went on a walk.
I did.
Yeah.
And just, shorts, and I had a windbreaker, and I felt I was a little warm with that windbreaker on.
Same. I went for a walk too in Milton, and I put my heavy coat on.
How did we miss each other?
I went during work.
Oh, I went afterwards.
I went during my lunch break.
Okay.
Anyways, next time we'll coordinate better. Okay, let's bring in first alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. Bob, you know what a hot girl walk is?
I don't know what that is.
I'll line later.
Okay, that's good. This is amazing. We are just looking at, you have to go through your winter wardrobe and really kind of adjust on the fly. We had all that heavy clothing just a few days ago, and now it's the light clothing because we've got lower 60s out the door. It's nice that we're cheating Old Man Winter a little bit. 62 in Millsboro and Milton, 60 Bethany Beach, 61 in Rehoboth. Amazing. The overnight lows are actually several degrees above the average high for this time of year. As we are seeing showers coming through, maybe a heavier showers south and west of Lewis. You can see us hit mist showers across Delaware right now into areas of northern Maryland and the eastern shore of Maryland, Easton, Cambridge, also seeing that light rain. And we continue to see this plume of moisture moving through with the warmth. And we've got the wind as well coming out of the southwest at times, gusting over 20 miles per hour. So during the course of the morning, we'll be in and out of the rain. We'll see those temperatures in the low to mid 60s. I don't think they're really moving much during the day, and some of that rain could be heavy as we go into the evening hours. So watch out for maybe some ponding on the roads. And for the kiddos, make sure they have their rain gear. 62 off to school and heading home. Real nice temperature-wise, 65, and continuing to see some of the rain.
Thanks, Bob. Now today, the expectation of a normal school day at Indian River High School in Dagsboro. Not so normal on Wednesday. That's when a student there was arrested after bringing knives to school.
Delaware State Police say school staff found a vape pen with suspected THC and 2 folding knives in an 18-year-old student's backpack.
Troopers say no one was hurt, no threats were made. The student turned himself in and was charged with possession of a weapon in a safe school zone and carrying a concealed deadly weapon. Both of those are felony charges. The student also is charged with possession of marijuana.
And the agency says the student was released after posting a $2,000 secured bond. However, he was issued a no-contact order with the Indian River School District.
Master plan, years in the making, is getting the green light as the Delaware Coastal Airport in Georgetown looks to expand.
Yeah, Coast TV's Charles Reinert shows us the differences now taking flight.
Change is blowing in the wind at the Delaware Coastal Airport. Right now, this runway is 5,500 square feet long. The airport's master plan seeks to extend it to over 6,000 feet, among other upgrades.
The goal of the airport is to not only be a place where you can fly your airplane, but can be an engine for economic development in the southern Delaware region.
Airport Director Robert Bryant says along with an extended runway, more hangars and a taxiway have received conditional approval from the FAA. He says it's a much-needed improvement.
We do have a needed demand for more hangar facilities, not only from the privately owned side of the industry, but also from the corporately owned side of the industry.
The airport's master plan is a project that looks to prepare for growth. Pilot John Chertia is excited about the plan.
I hope they continue to expand it. I hope they get the long runways, and I hope they get the other things that we want over there too. It's a great airport. We love it.
According to a county spokesperson, these changes do not mean large commercial airlines are coming to Georgetown. But Bryant hopes these additions will attract more businesses to set up shop in Sussex County. Though this master plan has received conditional approval, Bryant says there are still more steps to take before anything can become a reality. I'm Charles Reinert in Georgetown, Coast TV News.
Property owners in Milton will be casting ballots this Saturday in a water system improvements referendum. Voters will decide if the town can borrow money from the state of Delaware for water main replacements, a water tower, and water treatment facility improvements. This will be held January 27th at the Milton Fire Department. Those polls are open from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Absentee ballots, those are due by the time the polls close.
Happening today, a focus on the coast. This will be in Bethany Beach. The Storm Water Committee and the University of Delaware will have a blue economy presentation. This is going to highlight climate change and sea level rise on the coast. This meeting will take place at Town Hall at 2 p.m.
Also happening today, Governor John Carney set to share his plans for Delaware's money in 2025. The big budget announcement at 1 p.m. in Dover is at the Delaware Public Archives. Governor Carney, along with top budget experts, will outline how the state plans to spend its funds next year. You can watch that presentation live online.
Big changes coming to Dewey Beach. According to town manager Bill Zolper, they're going to fix the streets to help stop flooding. This will start next month. Town will be working on the underground pipes on Dickinson and Collins Avenues. That's to keep the water from flooding the streets. From mid-March, Dewey Beach will be paving the roads. It's beginning with Collins Avenue all the way to Cullen Street. The plan is to finish before May starts. Now, Dewey also looking to pave parts of Jersey, Carolina, and Chesapeake streets. After all this, Zolper says they'll make sure every house has its driveway clearly marked.
In some major infrastructure news, the Delaware River and Bay Authority has approved a $132 million plan to improve transportation in Delaware and New Jersey. This capital improvement program will upgrade bridges, ferries, and airports. Now, locally, new ferries will be built and upgrades will take place at the Cape May Lewis Ferry.
New today, Boeing could be back in the air soon. This is after an update from the Federal Aviation Administration in regards to the 737 MAX 9 airplanes.
Yeah, this comes after Boeing CEO Dave Calhoun sought out meetings with several U.S. senators this week.
FAA cleared 737 MAX 9 inspection instructions, which this paves the way for the planes to be ungrounded.
Although the FAA approved the ungrounding of those planes, officials say, quote, this won't be back to business as usual for Boeing. Well, advisors with President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump say it is time to focus on the general election. GOP candidate Nikki Haley now talking to voters, focusing on her home state. That's not the next place to hold a GOP primary. Haley's behind by 15, could use a hometown win, although polls indicate she is struggling. Meanwhile, Biden pivoting to the general election. He's picking up a key endorsement from the United Auto Workers Union just yesterday.
Well, more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead, Ellendale expressing excitement for its newest addition. We'll tell you how the truck allows the fire company to expand on its current services.
Also, traditional powers meet on the mat. We've got Sussex Tech and Milford in Wednesday Night Wrestling.
And a new bill focusing on artificial intelligence use in Delaware's government. We'll tell you what's next on its journey to possible approval. Stay with us on CoastTV.
It's been a tough year, but we couldn't be more thankful.
With your help, we've raised more than $300,000 for Bless Our Children.
Hi, I'm Elisa Titus with Shell Brothers, and we would like to give an extra special thank you to all the businesses, groups, organizations, and individuals who stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge and donated $1,000 or more to the Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign.
Your generosity allowed us to give holiday funds to local charitable organizations on Delmarva. You can feel proud that you helped make the season brighter for many local families on Delmarva.
On behalf of Draper Media and Shell Brothers, a heartfelt thank you to you all.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
Embrace a new journey and kickstart your New Year's resolution in a brand new Subaru from Gateway Subaru. Discover the 2024 Subaru Outback, which represents Subaru's commitment to safety, innovation, and adventure. Right now, lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 1.9%. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Nothing wrong with a little excitement. 3 audience members had their eyeglasses cracked.
Thursday at 7 on CoastTV.
5:39 on this incredibly mild and somewhat rainy morning. We are seeing cooler conditions right along the coast. Water temperature still in the 40s, so 52 in Ocean City. But then you go inland, and that's where we have lower 60s from Seaford, Delmar, Millsboro 62, Milton 62. And with that, we've got some showers across Delaware into Maryland, and more of those showers back into the eastern shore of Maryland. So make sure you have your umbrella out. If you're out and about on the boardwalk today, you'll see the rain and temperatures in the 60s and even some upper 50s right along the coast with that cooler water. And by the way, our Coast TV weather line is now active. You can call 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away.
Call just to talk to you, Bob. All right. Hey, the Delaware State Housing Authority has released its 2023 annual report for the Downtown Development District's rebate program. That report shows a year of significant progress, and it highlights 63 completed projects, including the rehabilitation of vacant buildings and the renovation of historic properties. Now, with a total of $10.9 million in state funds and $170 million in private investment, this effort has added over 500 new homes to Delaware's housing market.
Delaware Republicans in the State House and Senate, well, they are now pushing for new rules to make government work more transparent. This is what they're planning. They want a special crossover day to stop the last-minute rushing of laws. They're also trying to make sure government officials aren't getting paid twice for the same hours, which they call double dipping. And they also want stronger rules to make sure all new laws get a fair look and public input.
A new bill would set up a special group focused on artificial intelligence in Delaware. This group will decide how AI should be used safely and effectively in Delaware's government. The bill is now waiting for more discussion in a special subcommittee.
Big story in the NFL, Jim Harbaugh making his return. The former Michigan Wolverine head coach has accepted a job to be the new head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. Harbaugh set his sights back on the pros after winning a national title at the University of Michigan earlier this month. Harbaugh, no stranger to the NFL. He served as San Francisco's head coach from 2011 to 2014, leading the 49ers to Super Bowl 57.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning. On the wrestling mat, the Sussex Tech Golden Knights and Milford Bucks dueling it out in Georgetown last night. Let's get to the highlights. Starting it off at 106. It's Central's Austin Decker taking on Charlie Truesdale. It's Decker with the advantage here, and Truesdale fighting to get off his back, but it's not enough as Decker earns himself a pin and 6 points. On to 132, Evan Cordray battling Devon Dallas from Milford. Cordray gets his arm around Dallas's neck, puts in some hard work to get the chokehold, and brings him to the mat for the auto pin. That made it 26-0 Golden Knights. In 150, Central's Justin Craig down in the third round to Hunter Durham, but Craig gets the home crowd on its feet with a ferocious takedown. Almost got the pin, but Durham, proving resilient, fights it off and then later gets to the buzzard for 3 Milford points. Now 175 Golden Knight Gabriel Cannon wastes absolutely no time, earning 6 points for Central right here. That was the quickest pin of the night as Sussex Central goes up 50-3. But the tides turn in 2:15 matchup. Greg Lockett from the Bucks brings Anthony Robillero to the mat, gets the advantage position, and I think you see where this one's going. Lockett gets the pin and 6 points. But in the finale, Central would go out with a bang as Landon Steele in the 285 weight class showing he's an absolute force, and that does it. Steele puts a bow on this one. Sussex Central takes it 56-15. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
One of the most beloved moves of all time returning to theaters. David Daniel has that and some more in today's Hollywood Minute.
You're out to see the wizard.
wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Return to the Yellow Brick Road for the 85th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz. Fathom Events and Warner Brothers are putting the classic film starring Judy Garland back on the big screen Sunday, January 28th, Monday, January 29th, and Wednesday, January 31st. More info and tickets at fathomevents.com.
An extraordinary story about a young man who many years ago visited Prague. What he found there were thousands of refugees at the mercy of Hitler's imminent invasion.
Do you ever think about the children and what happened to them?
Here's your first look at One Life, based on a true story. Nicky Winton was a London broker who helped rescue hundreds of children, mostly Jews, from Czechoslovakia before the Nazi occupation closed the borders. Johnny Flynn and Anthony Hopkins play Winton. Jonathan Pryce and Helena Bonham Carter also star in the drama.
I have a lot of faith in ordinary people.
Because I'm an ordinary person.
One Life opens in theaters March 15th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Incredibly mild this morning, 63 in Salisbury on our tidal health cam. Clouds and no more snow. We've got some rain, and the mild weather continues the next couple of days with occasional rain. The weekend does cool down. I'll have the details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Did you know after the fourth missed mortgage payment, pre-foreclosure starts and you're headed to auction? This will ruin your credit and make it hard to buy or even rent in the future. To stop the foreclosure, look into a loan modification, file bankruptcy, or call a professional home buyer. You don't have to lose your home, but you do have to act fast. Delmarva Dave is here to help. For more information about Delmarva Dave, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
At Draper Media, we offer more than TV and radio advertising. We reach your customers wherever they are, at the gas pump, in bars and restaurants, driving around Delmarva, in a taxi or rideshare at the beach, on social media, or searching for products and services, checking their email, and listening to podcasts or streaming video. Our plans fit all your business needs. Email Frank Hamilton today.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group. Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball.
It is 5:47 on your Thursday morning. We are going to take a live look right now at Salisbury. Bob, earlier I asked you if you know what a hot girl walk is. You said no. Today, average day for a hot girl walk, which just means if you want to be like that girl, you go for a walk. It's very simple.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, and it is a great day for a walk, hot girl or not. We are looking at the rain, the mild conditions, and the wind. And make sure you scan the QR code right there, and that will get you to the CoastTV weather app, and you'll see that the radar is pretty active right now. We have some scattered showers, nothing all that heavy right now, and we're seeing those around Georgetown, back into Lewis, into Millsboro, into Gumboro. So just enough rain to get the wiper blades going. You can see that near Highway 9 right now. Also a scattering of showers on into areas of Maryland near the coast as well, and the eastern shore also seeing showers, and we'll be in and out of these showers as we go through the morning, really much of the day, as we have this very mild flow coming from the southwest, but we will also have all this moisture. You can see this rain spreading all the way back to the Gulf Coast, where they have some severe weather down there. We're not going to see that, but we'll continue to see the mild rainy weather for the next 24 to 48 hours. Temperature-wise, Unbelievable. 62 in Del Mar, 62 in Millsboro. Wasn't it just a few days ago we were talking about single-digit wind chills, and now it's the other side of the coin, 57 Indian River Inlet. So it is a little cooler along the beaches. We have these strong southwest winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour, but they're gusting over 20. But they're warm, balmy winds. Feels like we're maybe in Florida this morning with temperatures in the low 60s with the intermittent rain, and we'll continue to see that by 9 a.m. We have the rain, temperatures still in the 60s, some 50s along the coast. Remember, the water temperatures are in the 40s, but inland we're in the 60s pretty much all day, low to mid 60s. Some of that rain will be heavier at times, so maybe a little ponding on the roads. It'll be washing away a lot of that salt and grime from this past snow and ice, so that's good. And more of the rain as we go into this evening, as temperatures remain very mild overnight, only into the 50s as we go through the overnight, and then we're already into the 60s Friday morning, and pretty amazing that we're into the upper 60s, close to 70 by tomorrow afternoon. I think somebody will hit 70 as we go into the afternoon. Maybe Selbyville, maybe you're looking at 70, 66 in Millsboro. So very, very mild. But this is the last of the really mild weather as we'll start to cool things down into the weekend. Strong winds gusting over 30 miles per hour early on. And then as we go into Thursday evening, those winds will start to diminish a bit. And we do get a break from the rain later Friday into early Saturday. But then Saturday evening and Sunday, we've got a colder system, a cold rain and wind, maybe a wintry mix off to our north and west. We just keep it rain here on Delmarva, and we could see maybe upwards of 2 inches of rain between now and early next week. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, incredibly mild the next 2 days with on and off rain. Then 55 Saturday, much of the day is dry. Rain into Saturday night, Sunday 49, and then really chilly early next week, lower 40s. Maybe rain, some snowflakes on Monday, 41. We're back into the mid-20s. A reality check next week as winter is back.
Didn't like that, Bob. Did not like that at all. All right, well, for more other weather updates, you might like this. Pull out your phone, scan the QR code for our First Alert Weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need.
The Ellendale Fire Company finalizing the purchase of its newest edition. The agency posting this picture to its Facebook page. We're going to show it to you, saying it will soon house a new fire truck at Station 1. Look at that. It's beautiful. The agency says it will now be able to expand its service with its first aerial apparatus. According to the fire company, firefighters will have to be trained on the new equipment. The agency also took some time to thank the community for its continued support.
A blood drive is coming to Seaford High School. The Seaford High School Navy Junior Reserve Army Training Corps is hosting the event in partnership with the Blood Bank of Delmarva. Blood drive will be held Thursday, February 1st from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. It's going to take place at the Seaford High School Gymnasium.
In 2024, Southern Delaware welcomed visitors with new attractions and experiences. Highlights include the pet-friendly Wolf Wall at the Holiday Inn Express in Rehoboth Beach, Clear Space Theater's 20th season, congratulations to them, and unique exhibits at the Seaford Museum. Outdoor adventure awaits at the Delaware Botanic Gardens and seal watching tours in Lewis, and culinary delights featured at the Chef's Table, A Touch of Italy.
Okay, some exciting news here. The Delaware State Fair announced its initial lineup for their summer concert series. Some of the names you may recognize, and a little something for everybody. Rick Springfield will be on July 18th. John Party with Walker Montgomery on the 19th. Ludacris with DJ Infamous on July 20th. Jordan Davis with Graylin James on the 21st. And there are still more acts to expect. We have the full list on our website.
Looking forward to that. Coming up on Coast TV News today, this woman was in a digital dilemma. We're showing you how TikTok and AI could be making eating disorders worse.
And looking a little wet right now in the Irish Ice, Cam and Lewis, and 62 there. We've got the warmth for a couple more days, then cooling down into the weekend, then much colder next week as winter returns. We do it wouldn't stay away long. Some rain chances as well. I'll have the 10-day forecast coming up next.
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
What do you do when your tire goes flat? and there's no air anywhere. You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Eating disorders impact approximately 30 million Americans. It doesn't even take into account for the ones who are struggling but don't meet the clinical criteria for the disorder.
That's right. The latest AI technology and social media fads seem to just be feeding this problem. Alexa Lorenzo shows us how ChatGPT and TikTok actually are impacting those already struggling with body issues.
I was eating maybe like 200 calories a day. I did not feel deserving of food, but I also did not feel deserving of life.
Harper Hansen's relationship with food has been complicated, stemming from severe obsessive-compulsive disorder.
I was so anxious, I wasn't eating, therefore I was exhausted all the time.
Social media fueled her pursuit of the perfect body. It's stories like Harper's that prompted the U.S. Surgeon General to declare social media a public health concern for young people.
It is leading to increased body image concerns.
University of Colorado social worker Emily Hemmendinger warns of the unhealthy connections being made on TikTok.
People are bonding around that identity of having an eating disorder. There are also some really unhelpful dieting tips or exercising tips on there that aren't really tips.
I just usually ask myself, would you rather eat or be skinny?
In one recent study, 80% of TikTok users said the app hindered their eating disorder recovery. A Wall Street Journal investigation created a dozen automated accounts registered to 13-year-olds. Within 2 months, over 32,000 weight loss videos, including tips on how to consume less than 300 calories a day, were served to the accounts, many specifically targeting teenaged girls. And AI is under fire as well. The National Eating Disorders Association recently removed its chatbot from its help hotline after the bot told someone that her eating disorder recovery and weight loss goals can coexist, and then recommended counting calories and regular weigh-ins.
It was a disaster.
Harper now uses art to help her heal.
It is showing the process of the pain I have been through, but the beauty growing from the pain.
I'm Alexa Lorenzo reporting.
5:57. It's time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Let's continue with this spring-like weather, Bob.
We're going to all day long. We're looking at temperatures in the 50s and 60s. I'm thinking mid-60s with on and off rain throughout the day. So umbrella and light raincoat is the order of the day. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, 65 with the rain today, up to 68 Friday. I think somebody's going to hit 70. Then much cooler and wetter into the weekend. Winter returns early next week with lower 40s, some rain, maybe some some snow on Monday and keeping it cooler the rest of the week.
And coming up in our next hour, Indian River High School arrest. Students back in class today after a scary situation was diffused. That and more as we continue on Coast TV News Today.